So we've covered a lot of different sports on this show, but this was a new sport on us. Now, this is table cricket. Now, you're probably thinking it's the old Ian Botham cricket game.
I thought it was,
Subbuteo cricket, but not a bit of this is a completely different sport. Here to tell us more about it and to talk a bit of cricket as well, of course, afterwards, is the former England skipper, David Gower. Hi, David.
Very good afternoon to you both.
Good to see you. So tell us more about table cricket. You were there with the Lord's Taverners today at Lord's, and I said we watched the video that's on the website, and it's played on a sort of table tennis table, isn't it?
It's absolutely ingenious, I've got to say that. The guy who invented it all those years ago, 15 years ago or so now, is rightfully very proud of it because it allows disabled children, there's kids in wheelchairs who can play this game. As you say, it's a table tennis table with walls. The walls have sliding bits on which you can field with, so the fielders are gathered around, the ball slides down a chute, little miniature bat which you try and hit it into the gaps to score 4s and 6s. And the scores are incredible. What's so good about it, when you see this final stand, there are something like 1,000 schools plus who start the process all those months ago. But you see it's actually 11 teams today. One didn't make it. 12 teams in the finals. They play competitively as anyone would out on the cricket field itself. They play with the right spirit. It's all the things that cricket should be for able-bodied people transferred into the realm of the disabled and the disadvantaged. The spirit is absolutely brilliant. I mean, the atmosphere in the hall, they use the nursery pavilion at Lord's to host this. The spirit is brilliant. The competitive spirit is brilliant. The team spirit is brilliant. And no one is allowed to leave the room, to leave Lord's today without a big, big smile on their faces.
Brilliant.
Do they have a 10-minute whiteboard version?
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Have you had a go, David? What were you like?
I have. Well, some of the skills are transferable, to be honest. Nice little miniature bat. I can manage that nowadays. Probably couldn't lift a proper bat now. I tell you what, we had a genius thing just before COVID. So 6 years ago, the Lord's Taverners had a trip to Cape Town, and Mike Gatting and myself played table cricket on the top of Table Mountain.
Oh wow.
You can imagine Gatting against Gower. That was quite competitive as well. Brilliant idea. And we got the sort of South African version of the Taverners to try and take it on. But here in the UK, I say it's over 1,000 schools take part at the start of it all. 12 end up here at Lord's to try and raise the trophy.
Go and check the little video out. It's on the Lord's Taverners website. If you just put table cricket into Google, it comes up first, and it looks a really good game. So, news today, David, that Jofra Archer is going to miss the first test against New Zealand to stay the IPL. It's not gone down massively well. It's not gone down massively well in this studio.
Not really.
I've seen Mark Butcher and others commenting already. What's your take on this?
It's not gone down massively well with me either. It is a reflection, of course, as people have to acknowledge, of the sheer power of Indian cricket, of the BCCI, of the IPL itself. For me, probably like everyone else you've spoken to today, I would have sought a compromise. I'd have wanted ECB to be firmer to say, look, because let's face it, ECB looked after Jofra for a couple of years when he was out with injuries. I mean, he was paid millions of pounds to walk the dog on Brighton Beach. And I think some of that loyalty should be repaid. If he wants to finish his career in however many years' time, proudly looking back on an England career where he's taken wickets, made a few runs, caught the catches, done some special things for England, then I think a little bit more commitment to the cause would be a very, very good optic indeed. As I say, it is a reflection of the power of IPL, a reflection of the power of Indian cricket and the hold they have over our players nowadays. But let's face it, after last winter, and I don't want to go back over the whole samozzel of last winter in Australia, England needs and wants to start the summer on a good note. New Zealand are a great team. I love watching New Zealand play cricket, and they punch above their weight regularly. So you cannot afford to take New Zealand lightly. So my priority, if I was Brendan McCullum, Rob Key, I'd have tried to find ways to negotiate. I mean, I know it's not easy, but negotiate with India, with the IPL, to say, is there any way we can get our player, centrally contracted player, and that includes Bethel as well in the same bracket, to come back and be ready for this first test against New Zealand? Because what we all want as England fans and as former England players, whichever bracket or both you're in, is to see this team justify its talent and win games.
Talking of Bethel, I mean, you must really like him. It's sort of, I mean, he's not you, but he has he has a similar style and a similar look, and he's a wonderful player, isn't he? Potentially,
he's an enormously talented player. Yes, I wouldn't want to compare him. I just say he is him. I always have this thing. Whenever you start talking, in my era, of course, we after Botham, we were always looking for a new Botham, be it Flintoff or Stokes, who's rivaling Beefy now. I just like players being themselves. Bethel has got a very, very special talent. And I was there in Sydney for that 5th Test match, where that 100 he made was awesome to watch. It was a highlight in a dismal tour. And especially for a left-handed number 3, I can identify with that, I can admire that. And if he gets things right, I mean, he's got the talent, he's got the temperament. If he gets it all right, he's got, shall we say, 15 years, maybe at number 3, maybe at somewhere else. He might want to slip down to Joe Root's place in due course, but that's irrelevant. He's got so much talent and so much time. He could be a spectacularly good player for England. So, I would like it. And the other thing I always say about this is that, for instance, all these guys, when they look back on their careers in due course, will probably, and I hope, pick out something special they did playing for England in Test matches as a highlight. When Virat Kohli last year said, well, winning the IPL is special, but it's not as special as playing well in Test matches. That reflects the fact that someone like Virat rates Test cricket still very, very highly as the best part of the game, the most important part of the game. And I want that to stay. Obviously, there is a huge amount of competition against Test cricket from white ball franchise cricket around the world. People love watching the white ball franchise cricket. I obviously much prefer watching red balls being dealt with skill and all the right considerations. But we need to sort of do something to protect and prolong Test cricket for as long as we can. And the top players in the world endorsing it is very, very important. So I would have liked to have seen some potential negotiation between ECB and IPL to get these England players back ready to play a very important Test series for England.
Yeah, I think a lot of people completely agree with that. David, a pleasure as always. Thanks for joining us. All the best.
Nice to hear you both.
Take care.
Have a good day.
thanks.
There's David Gower there, the former England cricket captain.
If you've never seen David Gower play, there's so much old cricket on YouTube, and if you just put in David Gower batting, you'll see what a genius he was.
No, what a player. Fantastic. So thanks to David.